of narrative text. Narrative text is a type of English text which aims to tell a story that has a series of connected chronological events. The social function of narrative text is to amuse or to entertain the reader with a story. Okay, next, generic structure. There are four generic structures, such as 1. Orientation. Orientation is which the character, setting, and time of the story are set. Second, complication or problem. This section is the beginning of the problem, the cause, the crisis, or climax. Complication usually involves the main character. Next, resolution. This section is the end of the story in the form of a solution to the problem. There needs to be a resolution of the problem. And last, reorientation or coda. The closing statement of the story can and it's optional and can contain moral lesson, suggestion, or teaching from the author. Next, types of narrative text. There are three types of narrative text. First, expositories. Two, artistic narrative writing. Three, suggestive narrative. And then we have two elements of narrative text. First, theme. Two, background and characterization, and last, plot. Now, we look the example. Here I choose the example with fairy story because fairy story enter to termaksud di dalam narrative text. Snow White. Once upon a time there lived a little named Snow White. She lived with her aunt and uncle because his parents were died. One day she heard her aunt and uncle talking about leaving Snow White in the castle because they want to go to America and they didn't have enough money to take Snow White with them. Snow White didn't want her uncle and aunt to do this, so she decided to run away. The next morning, she ran away from home when her aunt and uncle were having breakfast, and she ran away into the wood. In the woods, she felt very tired and hungry. Then she saw this cottage. She knocked, but no one answered, so she went inside and fell asleep. Meanwhile, 7 drafts were coming home from work. They weren't excited. There, they found Snow White wake up. She know the dwarf. They said, "My name is Snow White." One of the dwarfs said, "If you wish, you may leave her with us." Snow White told the whole story about her. Then Snow White and the 7 dwarfs live happily ever. Look the story. This is we I mean a part paragraph 1, orientation. because she talk about time. And then complication, she have to problem, and this is explaining about she's she did know her uncle and her aunt to this. And the last resolution about her problem. Okay, that's all about narrative tech. I